Thank you. And welcome back. So we've come to the end of our event this evening. All that remains to do is to thank once again our distinguished speakers, to thank our production team, Christina, Mikey and Paul, and to thank you for joining us today. As we go forward, let's continue to remember those we have lost, and let's work together for a better year ahead. Thank you and goodbye.
And hello there, and welcome to Wakes Week. Let me just turn off the music. You might have noticed we were live streaming. We're live streaming. So for those who don't know me, my name's Jamie Wake. I am, what am I these days? Who knows? But you may have caught the end there of the live stream of Reading Trans Day of Remembrance, which I was very humbled and privileged to speak at. And it is very odd, it's very weird, because such a sombre and very touching event that I've attended the last couple of years and been able to speak this year, and then to do something like that, and then to come straight into presenting this for people's entertainment. And it's very odd. That's all I can say. I was very touched by the speakers that were speaking this evening, and the presentation that was given towards the end of all the names of the trans members of our family that have sadly lost their lives. It's quite scary to think that in this year alone, 350 people at least have been murdered or had their lives taken away from them just for being who they are. So as part of Club F.O.D, we obviously celebrate diversity, and we're very keen to maintain that community that we so need here in Reading. So if you're watching, please say hello. Obviously, I will see the comments here as they come through. So tell me, how are you feeling? How are you doing? How are you on day 16 of lockdown? What will happen normally? I'm getting all the do you know, over the last few weeks since me and Sophie have done Saturday and we've been doing this, the notifications haven't been appearing. So and now suddenly they're appearing twice. So thank you, Brendan, for sharing that scheme. Hello. Hopefully the comments will be coming through. Yeah, so if you do leave a comment, please someone do that to make sure it's working, or it's going to be a rather quiet night with just me talking to myself. So what's happened this week? What exciting things have happened? Well, I think we're all working out now, aren't we, if we're going to get a Christmas. Now, I'm very bar humbug. I'm Scrooge. Even though I will really camp up my property as part of Christmas. It hasn't been something we've been looking for. While I'm talking, I'm just actually opening up my applications just to go. Oh, Amy, thank you, Amy. You've just proved to me that the comments are working. I was frantically looking for a bit of software to see if I can see the chat. So, hello, Amy. Nice to see you, darling. I hope you're all, I hope you, Amy, are certainly keeping well. I haven't seen you now for a very long time. How is the not drinking doing? I remember you telling me it was hard. I know. I like to say that I am not drinking, but during the Trans Day Remembrance, I was having a glass of wine and raising that to the people we have lost as we come certainly towards the end of 2020. Obviously, there are people not coming into 2021 with us. So, hello, Lorna. Hello, darling. Let me put you on the screen because you have got a nice, pretty picture on your profile picture. So what's going to happen tonight? Do you know what? I've been very lazy. I haven't prepared anything. You know what I'm not? I usually have a script. but it's been quite a busy week. So I'm still waiting for my new car. Hasn't come, and I had to look at it today. I got a flat tyre. All the things to happen. Amy speaking, I'll tell you how my not drinking is going once I finish this beer. So we can guarantee breaking news. I need a breaking news tab. Amy has hit the bottle again. I have tried stop drinking, during lockdown. Hasn't been as successful as I wanted. I've had to weigh out the pros and cons. Like everyone in the first lockdown, as you can see, I've put on a bit of lockdown weight. I think we all have. And I decided that I couldn't do that again this year, but then I ended up drinking more wine and more beer in this lockdown. So I thought, I've got to stop that. And then I discovered Maltesers. For those who do follow me on Facebook, you'll know that I don't do things by halves. So I spent £12 on this box of Maltesers. And the hardest bit was actually trying to open the box. Now, I don't know if you buy boxes of chocolate, you've always got that cellophane wrapper on, haven't you? And in the end, I had to use a razor. I probably should use it on my face to cut the cellophane open. And then it was not a posh box, but a box I'm, unequipped to deal with, apparently. And you open the lid and there's a hole. And I thought, oh, this is clever. You can just get a Malteser out through the hole. But the hole was on the top. So I thought, oh, okay, I've seen the adverts, when someone's doing that, they're blowing the Maltesers. And I thought, maybe I've got to try sucking the Malteser up through the hole. For those of you who know what my asthma's like, my 51% lung capacity, I don't know today was 47, I think it was. So it's me trying to suck up a Malteser and use my asthma pump at the same time. And I thought, there's something not quite right here. This is how my life is going to end. Trying to enjoy the lighter moment of life, watching something on Netflix or Amazon Prime, whatever it was. So, yes, I nearly cast myself full of chocolate by just having a Malteser. Amy asked, do you like to suck through the hole? I have to be careful how I answer this, Amy, because I forget I do we multi-stream this, of course, to Twitch, Periscope, Twitter, 2 Facebook accounts and YouTube. It also goes to my personal profile, so my family do see this. And I'm not gay, I'm just being childish. That is what I've said for 15 years. Brendan's letting us know. Martin's in bed, he's at work tomorrow. Oh no, bless him. But I'm a bottle of wine in, have a few hours work to do myself. Do you know what? I have done some work today before anyone thinks I don't do anything during the day apart from FOD stuff. Good evening, Jan. Nice to see you, young man. I don't know if I should say young man because I think you may be older than me, but you'll take that as a compliment. So we've tried to be clever tonight. I have multiple cameras in the studio. Now, the weirdest thing is I set them up and the image is no different to what you're seeing now. Look, this is my live angle, as I'm calling it. I have to do this Abbott move to this. There we go. And then it's a bit close, isn't it? So that didn't work out exactly how I intended. So Jan's saying bonsoir. I believe that is another language. I do not know languages apart from how to order a vodka and coke in different countries. I find that is the most useful language I need to know. So what are your Christmas plans, everyone? So I know we talk about Christmas on Saturday quite a lot, me and Sophie, because we gossip a lot. What are people doing? You may notice I am trying to do a campaign at the moment because, we're forgetting. When people say, oh no, Christmas will just be different. Actually, 40% of LGBT people are living on their own. They're living on their own. They won't have anyone to celebrate Christmas with. Support bubbles aren't necessarily working because of the nature of our community. And thankfully, Alok Sharma, I will touch wood, although now I've cut open an IKEA desk this week. I know it's not wood inside. Is linking me up with I think it's an equalities committee or something, to talk to them about the struggles and challenges that the LGBT community are facing during the pandemic. Because like a lot of different communities, we're not unique, I suppose, in some of the challenges we face. But remember, figure this, a lot of LGBT plus people won't have children living with them. They won't have necessarily close-knit families. They be able to support a bubble. Imagine you have a sibling a brother or sister, whoever, your parents have got to decide which sibling to have for Christmas. But they might want their mother or an uncle. So it's not great. Amy, what's she saying? I bet you can't sit on that sofa behind you. I would try, but we all know that all of this trickery is fake. And you know, I'm not showing you the secrets behind this because you'll think I'm a slob. Well, you probably think that anyway, to be perfectly honest. I mean, this beard is just... It's the longest I've ever had it, I think. And it looks better with a hat, I've decided. I look a little bit like Santa. So if you are out there and you are wanting me to sit on your knee and open my sack, I can. It's a gift that keeps on coming. Giving. Sorry, I'm going off at a tangent and it's going to get me in trouble. If you think I'm looking quite red today, now you probably can't see it because I've got the studio lights on me. I think I'm high as a kite. So let me show you what I have been doing. So First of all, I've been building a radio studio. That's right, Radio F.O.D is coming soon. It's a project we're working on to coincide with F.O.D TV because it's another way of reaching out into the community and engaging, having conversation. And this is what I've been doing. I've got to move on the right side. So I have been gluing, I think they're called acoustic panels. And of course, I can't just have normal grey panels, black panels, any of that. I had to do a pattern. And it's actually quite complicated because you get the adhesive glue. And actually, I did buy it from B&M on one of my essential trips. Very weird. It's been spooky. This is Sal telling me, stop messing about and stop doing non-essential journeys. So when I was there, I bought this adhesive glue. Now, I've only just read the can, after I've done it because I thought, I'm feeling a bit hot and I got a headache. And you're supposed to open the windows and stuff. So I actually got some of the adhesive on my trousers and stuff like that. It looks a bit gunky, which wouldn't be the first time I've had a bit of a spoilage on my clothing. But this is what I have been doing. And if I just turn that picture around, look, we now have a radio desk in the studio. And that's how I can confirm that these IKEA desks are not wooden. Mainly because I'm still inhaling the sawdust and the cardboard that it's stemmed with. Now, I noticed Lorna has just said something on there. Kennet Island has changed a lot if you can do that. Yes, it does look like I'm under the sun, but I'm sure the other side of Reading, West Reading, East, North, and I think that's the three because I'm in South, are just as wet and windy as we are here in the... Let me say South Side, not on Whitley. I paid for South Side. Amy says, we know you're a slob. I believe it's written on most toilet walls around the place. So let's look at the news. Usually, as I say, I have a script. So I'm having to do this on the hop. I believe that's the right phrase. If I'm not, Jan, you are the most intelligent person in that room right now because you are multilingual. You'll have to tell me if that is a correct word. So we've heard that the vaccine is going to be, hopefully, fingers crossed, start to be distributed before the end of the year. I asked Jan a very intelligent question, and Jan is saying, are you doing Love Island? No, I am the Love Island. Bigger than a float, me. I'm not getting my belly out to show people. And Gary's saying she isn't good. Thank you, Gary. Of course, you're involved in that, and I know this conversation with Sophie. But you know me, you give me a challenge, I do it. Actually, that's not quite true. I have literally had crap in my hallway for about 3 years. Well, literally, I bought this radio stuff after Sarah passed away. Thinking, oh yeah, it'd be fun. I even bought where it is, it's around the back somewhere, a rack mount computer to put it on. And then because, you know what it's like, and anyone who knows, who's gone through the grief process, you have all this energy and then suddenly you're like, ugh. And I never turned it on, and I still can't turn it on. There's a rack mount computer. So there's a whole project there to go. So I'm looking forward to do that. And no, Jan, I am not doing Love Island. So yeah, we got the vaccination, or the vaccine rather. Hopefully coming out. Are you going to have it? Are you cautious? Are you worried? I have to say, in South Reading, Whitley, where I am, people don't seem to be that bothered, or the people I've come across on my essential journeys out don't seem to be bothered by COVID virus. For example, this evening, I had to go and do some shopping because I had no food in. I can't live on Maltesers. I can't keep sucking them up. And so I had to go do some shopping and a roast for the weekend and stuff like that. And I had a major row with an Aldi member of staff. Because if you've been to an Aldi, they are a little better than Lidl, to be fair. And you come up in the middle. It's like getting married, like these mass weddings. You're in a cult or something. And she's ushering me. It was till 3. Till 3, I should remember this now. She goes, there. And I said, look, if you don't mind, I'm going to wait back a bit so I can have my distance for the next person. No, you can go and queue there. There's enough gap. And no, there's not 2 meters. There's barely a meter. And she starts shouting at me. And she goes, what are you, some sort of doctor? And I had to turn around and say, I'm sorry, but I actually do work in health and social care. That's what I do. And there is not 2 meters. We've been told we can have 2 people in the queue. And I said, that's fine. But when you've got someone differing at the front who's not gone to where the pave, around the corner, there is not 2 meters. And I'm sorry, I'm not coming here, even in my leather mask, which is beautiful, and catching something. That's not how I want to live or end my life. Anyway, she started effing, not effing, she didn't swear, the only thing she didn't do was swear. And she walked away. And then I waited to load my stuff on the what do you call that rolling thing? The reverse, the till thing, the belt. And I was waiting because the lady was still, she was titting about at the beginning, to be perfectly honest. And she goes, no, you can't put your stuff on. I said, no, still not 2 meters. No, this. And I thought, I'm not going to keep doing this. So I have tweeted Aldi and I'm saying, if we're all going to be COVID secure, you're the company that is making the virus go mad. And actually, if you look at the statistics for Reading, the area I live in, which is Kennet Island and Green Park, does cover the whole area of Aldi. We are the highest area in Reading for COVID. Christine's just popped in to say thank you for your support to you are. Christine, it's always a pleasure. I love being involved in anything. It's taken me so long to get my mojo back to do things like the speeches and stuff. So I'm humbled you asked me, and I hope it went down well. Who's arrived? Sophie. She's late. Hasn't got brought a note with her. Hey, Flower. Sorry, I'm late. Do you know what? When I hear that phrase, "Hey, Flower," I love it. And Amy's saying, "I think your beard will stop COVID. I think it will stop burglars, darling." It's I have tried brushing it. I've got some straighteners now. I haven't used them, to be fair, as you can tell. But what's annoying? Go back to my Maltesers again. That things get caught in a beard. I used to think I should take the mickey out of people, but you'll sit there so. For example, it's going to sound a bit crude, and I do apologise. If you blow your nose and you miss a bit, or you sneeze, you don't realise you've got a big bogey sat there in your moustache bit. I was looking for half my cookie the other night, and I found it in my bottom bit of my beard. So it may go. I wanted to see what it looked like with a beard. Now I have noticed that the dark bit, the blacky brown bit, is turning into the village people's handlebar moustache, which I suppose is okay as a leatherman, but I've always been proud to be a young leatherman. Jan's saying the beard looks great. Thank you very much, Jan. You may come again. I don't know if I'll keep it. This bit, because you all know that I had this done a month ago. Every morning I have to sit there with clippers, which is not easy, big mirrors only. And then you've got to use a electric razor thingy. It's quite complicated. And Jan likes the Mohican haircut. Well, I do as well. I've actually bleached it myself. I could turn into a hairdresser. I think I have the skills. Can't do a wig, but I can do hair. And Mark Young is saying, oh, lovely, I was late too. What a wonderful topic to join to. Was that the bogey in my beard or the Malteser? You missed the sucking the Maltesers bit. That was legendary. And Brenda's saying it won't stop those turd burglars. It does look a little bit like a turd when you get it stuck in there. It's quite annoying. I've noticed I'm talking like a madman tonight, which is very unusual. I think it's the wine. I have to ashamedly say I should have got more bottles now from Aldi, but as I won't go in there at a protest at the moment, I shall use Morrison's on Amazon Prime. Which you can do now, by the way, ladies and gents. Amy's being crude, I reckon. I thought the jar bits more resemble Lemmy from Motorhead. Now, I'm quite innocent, so I don't know who Lemmy from Motorhead is. If you said Lady Gaga or Kylie, I would have been there straight away. So, what did you think about Priti Patel? I can't say her name very, very easily. not being sacked. Anyone a bit incensed by that? It does seem to be. There is a different world. There's us. Are we the plebs? I don't know. And then you have all these... Well, I don't want to say Tory, because I'm sure you've got other people in other parties being exactly the same way. And I know there's stuff with Jeremy Corbyn at the moment and stuff like that. Do you find that insulting? That because if we did the sort of things that Priti Patel is accused, we have to say accused of being doing, that we would be sacked in our day jobs, wouldn't we? So it does make you think about how the other half live. It does worry me. I've got a lot of people sharing the TDOR, Trans Remembrance video that I posted on my page, which is lovely. What's Jan saying? Priti might know something about Boris. Are you casting aspersions there, Jan? Are you spreading, let's not say malicious, because that could be accused of something. Are you spreading unnecessary gossip? Please tell me more. I love a bit of goss. I don't know, I thought her and Gove were meant to be an item. But they're all not an item. Oh God, I've just got myself even liable. Allegedly. That's the sort of impression you get from Spitting Image, of course. And you are right, Amy. Bullying isn't acceptable, even if you are an MP. Absolutely correct. And I'm sure, with public pressure, something might happen. Well, that's the hope that something happen. Jan saying nope. I believe that was something I said and you've responded to. And of course, I'm so blonde that I've forgotten what I said now. So go and give me a gossip. And by the way, if you do want to join in the conversation tonight and you want to do it live, we're going to try something. Me and Sophie have been doing on a Saturday. Get the right word, Saturday. So if you're on the F.O.D TV page, that's at F.O.D TV, and you click message, you'll have two options. It'll ask you, A, if you want to make a donation. Of course, donations are always welcome. Get a fund of diversity up to 1,500 by the end of November. And if you don't know how to do that, quite simple. Go to saturday.co.uk and there's a button there. Click donate and that'll be fine. Or in the message box or messenger, FOD TV, it's got two options. Make a donation, click it, it'll tell you how. Or would you like to join in the conversation on Wakes Week or any of the shows that we do? And it'll give you the link to go to. You've got to make sure that you put headphones in. I probably should have headphones in, but I haven't got them, so that could be interesting. There might be a bit of an echo. And it'll tell you to use Chrome browser, the latest update browser. And we'll see if we can get a guest live on here. That'd be lovely if we could. So what else have we had? So we've talked about the vaccine. I will probably have it, to be perfectly honest. Obviously, as you know, I am a walking medical dictionary. I have, not only am I deaf, but I have spina bifida, I've got a broken spine, I have diabetes type 2, I have the stages of kidney failure. I have so many things going wrong with me. And asthma, I forgot the asthma. I'll be like a pincushion. I'll be there going, just take me now, and stick that needle in me. Mark's just reminding me, I did see this on the news earlier, they've just withdrawn funds to anti-LGBT plus bullying programs in schools as well. It seems like they don't care about bullying anymore. I don't think they are that wonderful about equality at the moment. I saw an MP had been asking for a man's day earlier, which is a bit of a worry. That these are the people we elected. Well, I wouldn't say all of us did, because we all know individually how we would have voted in the general election. But sadly, we're stuck with them. I don't know how much longer. I did wonder if there's a way of recalling MPs, but only if they do certain actions, isn't there? So, yeah, there's lots of great news. Certainly on TDOR, that we've seen the announcement about the withdrawing the funding for bullying. I think it was withdrawn, or it ended in March. I think that was the fact, and I'm trying to get my Sky News up as I do this, and they've just not renewed it, and it's always going to have an end line. I think that's how they've said it. We can also say that the R number, it's a fruit fly, sorry. I told you I was a slob. It's a fruit fly in my room. The R number is edging down to 1.1, which is a good sign. But I believe that isn't from the lockdown. That is from before the lockdown. I don't think we'll see the results of lockdown until this weekend. I must admit, I'm not enjoying lockdown. The only person I've physically spoken to this week is the MOT guy doing my bike the other morning, and the old lady that I walked to a bus stop. Yes, can I just point out, I am now a saint. Well, not quite a saint. There's a little old lady. I think she dropped her car off in MOT as well, and she asked me, "Oh, excuse me, Sonny." Love being called Sonny. And I had my helmet on, so I did look really butch. And she goes, "Oh, I need to find the bus stop." Now, I knew that the buses had just changed. We now have one bus, and it goes one way, it doesn't do the both ways now, and it's just back and forth, like the old days. Ruby number 10 or something like that. So I thought, you know what? I got time to spare, and the other guy keeps chatting to me, and being deaf is a bit boring. So I walked her to the bus stop. Which, as you all know, is not something I would normally do. There's a reason why I don't do hands-on care and support anymore. But I did get a glowing feeling when I got back. So I did celebrate by having more Maltesers, to be perfectly honest. Maltesers are the theme of the day, and obviously other chocolate confectionery is available too. So we have people watching from YouTube tonight. We have people watching from Facebook. I believe I've seen someone pop up from Twitch. So hello. Usually, I think on Wednesday, for example, we had the Woofs Week. The boys, the pups, the running pups, doing Woofs Week, and they had people talking to them from Twitch, but they were trying to sell them stuff. So it's nice to start getting people from Twitch. So if you are watching from Twitch, say hello. And you might be watching going, what the hell is this? What have I walked into? But it's my world. Now, Jan is going to teach us all a foreign language. Un vrai gentilhomme. Let me try that again. I'm trying to get something that doesn't quite sound like hello. Un vrai gentilhomme. You are a gentleman. Is that what it says? Très serpent. You wonder what I'm saying because they put très serpent. I am a slave. Oh, okay. This is a top and bottom thing, is it? Dom and sub. Okay, I wasn't quite prepared for that. Please tell me if I'm I'm right. Oh look, get me on the weakest link. God, I would never have known that, to be honest. So let's see what's also happening in the pink news. Now I do follow pink news occasionally. I don't think it's the best source of LGBT plus news. I think they just look at anything and go, "Oh, sounds a bit gay, we'll shove it in the press." Amy said, "I won't start talking Welsh to you." Well, you have tried in the past, or it may not have been, and you were drunk and I'm deaf. So my late husband Selwyn was obviously Welsh, with a name like Selwyn, of course. And I never understood when he tried to do a bits of Welsh to me. He'd go, that is as Welsh as I can do. And I am sorry if you are Welsh and you found yourself completely repulsed and offended by that there. But languages and me don't get on. Technology and me don't get on. It's a cross that I have to bear as part of my life here in Wakes. Amy says, "I won't because I can't speak it." Well, it must have been drunk talk and me deaf. So I would think you're French if you started talking at me anyway half the time. We all know how hard my hearing is at times. What else is happening in trending pink news? Will Smith's refused to kiss another man on screen. So Ian McKellen confronted him in the most Ian McKellen possible way. I suppose we could have a look at that and see what's not. But Amy says, type carrot into Google Translate. Okay, it's my challenge now. Don't forget, ladies and gents, and all the animals watching out there, puppies, etc. You can ask me any question as well. And this was never meant to turn into a roast, but on the first episode we did, people started asking me questions and making me answer honestly. And it got a little tough. Sophie's saying, almost as funny as your Kermit voice. You know what? I have. This isn't going to work because I'm in front of a green screen. But Sophie, as you mentioned Kermit last weekend, look who's here. Unfortunately, I've got to keep him down towards my knackers because if he goes any higher, he'll disappear. Won't you, darling? See? Doesn't work. I can't do it now. Because I smoked way too much duty free. hello. So I was never a born ventriloquist. Although that might be my next show, the really bad ventriloquist show with Jamie. But yeah, the Kermit voice, I'll never be able to do it. It's the same as the Serpent voice. Now, I'm going on, Amy, as you asked, to type in carrot on Google Translate. Oh, I've got to translate it to Welsh, haven't I? That would help, wouldn't it? Welsh. Moron. Okay, so Welsh for carrot is moron. Okay, I know a lot of carrots in my life then. So anyway, cheers to queers. If you're not queer, cheers to everyone else. I hate the word queer, to be fair. I didn't want to say it, it just rhymed. But getting a bit warm now. This bottle has been out since I got here at 6:45. So what else is new? So we've done carrot. Thank you, Amy, for making me bilingual. And Jan, you've made me bilingual as well. Let's face it, I would slur anything and just pretend it's another language. Do you know, when I was younger, I was probably the only person you'll know who will admit this. I thought that all gay people spoke Polari. I come from the sticks. Let's point out. I know I tell everyone I live in the sticks now. I actually come from the planet Fennec. I come from Margate in Ramsgate. So my first boyfriend, Richard, was taking me on a gay ski week. And I thought, that's fine in Outdoor Wares. I don't need to speak French, Italian, German, because everyone will speak Polari. I bought these round the horn tapes. You remember on Ear? Is that Kenneth Williams and whatever his name is? So I was learning all these phrases like how Bona Tabardi a jolly old eek, ECAF, lovely latte, lovely house. So I was learning all this language, and it turns out no one spoke it. So there's me talking Polari to everyone that no one will speak of. I am slurring actually, so it's really bad. Sophie is going to be slurping over. That will be another episode, a mini documentary. No, soap opera. We must do that. And Jan saying with more wine you might become multilingual. Lingual? Is that a foreign word or is that lingual? Lingual. I can't say it. With more wine, I might fall down the stairs. I live in a 4-story house. So we try not to have that. So don't forget, ask away. Roast me, question me, I don't care. I'm surprised Brendan hasn't made comment or ask any ridiculous questions, because he's usually the world's worst for broken nail, for roasting me on these particular shows. So what else is new? Obviously, F.O.D are recruiting volunteers. I could do my little F.O.D bit while I'm here. So we are looking for loads of volunteers for loads of existing projects and loads of new projects, exciting projects coming up. I won't go into detail just now, but please check the F.O.D page and it will tell you all about it. And or check the F.O.D website, www.f-o-d.co.uk. So I noticed Jeremy Carl may have to contribute or may have contributed or caused the death of a TV star, says Coroner. Bad, isn't it? So lots of weird things happening in the world. 2020 is just a year that keeps on giving, isn't it? Jan saying to everyone, what about Christmas? Jan, we started off with Christmas. I did that in seconds, beginning. What are your plans? My plans are probably to sit there and get drunk. To be perfectly honest. Be no different to most. Actually, no, I'm driving. Or have historically. So I've been the designated driver and not been able to have a drink until I've got home at midnight, and I'm sitting there, knocking them back in. Oh, that was very fast, wasn't it? And by that time, it's like when you drink very, very fast, it's not really a good look. So that's what I think is going to happen. To be fair, Jan, I don't think anybody knows what's going to happen at Christmas until we get to the 2nd of December. Because on the 3rd we go into a new tier system. Now, I'm not being cynical, but I don't believe I think, like Reading, for example, we'll end up in tier 2 or tier 3. I think that's how they do lockdown in another way. Here we go. You knew it was coming. Brendan's still getting over the fact that you believe we fell for that being adhesive on your shirt and jeans. It is. Look, I'm still got buzzing on it. If I ever got into bad way and started doing drugs, it would destroy me. Just spraying adhesives really made my head go all light. I think might also be that I haven't eaten and I've done half a bottle of wine, but that's another story. I do apologise for coughing so publicly. That is not COVID. Well, it might be. I've been to Audi now. That could have been my that could have been their revenge. Their talking carrot might have given me COVID. Have you all now seen the John Lewis adverts? So last week I did a whole description of the John Lewis advert. I won't do it again because I won't remember it. But have you all now seen what I was referring to? You all thought I was being really critical of this advert. And I wasn't. I was just watching it in slow motion and picking up every little bit that's in the background. So it was not the greatest advert, I don't think. And Brendan's saying the adhesives made my hair light too. No, this is what is that purple shampoo I put in? Touch of Purple, that's what it's called, a Touch of Purple. I put it in every other day, and today, while I was at B&M, was it B&M or Aldi? One of the two, it was B&M. I bought the just Touch of Purple conditioner. And Sophie's reminded me, talking carrot or moron. Precisely, you're keeping up. Well done. This, I like to say madcap because I just open my mouth and seeing what comes out. Anything could literally come out tonight. Brendan saw the ad and thought it was crap. Okay, that was a John Lewis ad. If you just joined us, referring to, I'm not a fan of the John Lewis ad. But why do people go so mad about the M&S advert, the Tesco advert, the John Lewis advert? You know, can we just try and work out what's going to happen for Christmas first before all these companies start flogging us stuff to the stores that aren't even open at the end of the day? I don't know. I'm probably being very cynical over Christmas, but it is what it is. I put my tree up. Take it out in a minute. So actually, in fact, I was so good. I put 2 Christmas trees up. So I've got nothing I can show on the screen. I have my traditional Christmas tree. When I say traditional, it is a John Lewis Christmas tree inspired of an advert once. So I can't really slag the advert off too much. And then I have my really camp and offensive rainbow tree with all the naked men on and the swearing baubles. The baubles are just written on it. They don't talk at you. And in fact, I bought Christmas tree lights for the rainbow tree tonight from P&M. And I didn't even bother to check if they were plug or battery in the battery. So they'll have died by the time I go back down. Amy's asked, why do people go mad to see the Coca-Cola truck? Do you know what? I see people sharing it, malarkey. The only winners are Coca-Cola. And they don't exactly give you a free can of Coke, do they? They give you the little ones you get on an aeroplane that you stick in your bag. And with the little bottles of vodka. So you probably have to pay for them now, so you don't get them. But no, I've never understood. It's like, why would I want to go and watch a Coca-Cola truck? It's like going and walk around a car park and go, oh, look, there's a Mini. Oh, lovely, exciting. Or, you know, there's a Fiat. Oh, my God, I'm a boy racer. So, yeah, I really don't get this this Coca-Cola truck business. You know, at the end of the day, it's just a big lorry painted red with Coca-Cola on it. I could probably change the background to that, and I've done it. I've seen it. It's not that exciting. And Jan, you're right, mister. They all just want our money. And let's remember, let's be political for a moment. A lot of people don't have the money now. They've lost their jobs. Or they've been put back on furlough. At least now, hopefully, the 80% they're on. You know, but 80% was all the 80%, or but they had 100%, they could barely survive on that. So now they've got 20% off what they can barely survive on. I get very cross about this. And I used to be in politics, as you all know, and didn't do very well. I came second one year in the elections. And I just get very ratty about it. I mean, where I live, you know, it is a Labour area, if you're looking at local constituencies. And if a goat walked down here with red rosette, God, even Boris Trump turned up with red rosette, they'd all vote for him. It's just how it is. And it's the same in Tory areas and in Lib Dem areas and the Green areas. I had this plan. You remember last week I had this plan that we want to go to a pub, we all go on a train trip because the buffet cart and the bar's open. So I'm still holding out for that. I'm still looking for volunteers and a sponsor to go and do a day out on the train. But I think for politics, or how they get around this, is when you have an election, I don't think they should tell you who the candidate is, which political party they're standing for. So what you get the name, and it's up to you to do the research. You know, he's into this, she's into that, blah, blah. Or when so basically it's anonymous parties. So that way you have to vote for the person you think is the right job, who's going to do the right job. And then when they do the election, you go, oh, surprise, I'm Brexit pie. Hope not. But, I can see some flaws. Don't get me wrong, I can see the flaws. But I think that could be the best way of getting the right people into the job. I think they should just go, hey, you from Whitley, you can be an MP. Go down to Southcote. Well, look, there you go. You could be an MP too. I think that's how they should do it. Or they just, I don't know, toss something. Edge your MP, tails you in the kitchen cooking chips. I think it needs to change. Anyway, Amy's volunteering to drive the train. Now, Amy, I know you're on the underground, aren't you? So can you do like overground? I feel like a womble, don't I? Overground, underground. I won't sing. I'll leave that for Sophie on the Saturday show. But I think we should do this, Amy. If you can drive I'd love to be like a train spotter, a 721 with wingtips, whatever it is. And then get someone to run the bar. We go on the gay train. The game. It's got a name. Oh, Amy says they're all the same. Okay. And Jan's happy that we can do a protest. We can do a gay train protest. I know the drinks are slightly expensive on a first rate Western or a cross country train. I think they're the two that come here. Firstly, I don't want to do first rate Western, so it has to be a cross country train or a Virgin train. We'll have to plan ahead for the next lockdown to get the cheap first class fares. We could do this. Jan, you're on poster duty. You make the posters. And Jan is volunteering as a bar waiter. Oh, I was hoping you're going to pay for everyone. Pay for all the drinks. My phone is going absolutely mad, and I don't know why. Oh, no, it's got some issues. Oh, Lorna, you sent a message 16 minutes ago. Lorna, are you still there? Put a comment on. Because what should happen is on your message... Oh, hang on, you're on the right page. Let me have a look. On the message... Joe, I might have to copy and paste this. Hang on. Right, I think, Lorna, put a comment on there if you're still there. And I will copy the link. Me multitasking, ladies and gents. Oh, let's hope it's as smooth tomorrow when we do the Pride debate. Yes, that's right, ladies and gents. We have the live Pride debate tomorrow. I can't spell. Oh, there you are. Right, Lorna, I'm sending you the link, but I now I've got to move that back up. Oh, how do you paste on a Mac? Right, Lorna, I've sent you the link if you're still there. If you're not. And we'll bring you on. Let me close it down because we'll get cats meowing from Facebook and stuff like that. So we may get Lorna on in a moment if that's what she was asked. She might have been saying something else completely instead. But then if anyone wants to come live and have a chat, let me know. We will still be closing around 8ish. I know I started later, but we'll still close around 8ish, mainly because I want to watch Emmerdale. Kane and Maura got back together. Oh, romance. Okay, it's not a debate, it's a panel discussion. Sophie, you must be cursing, the air must be blue. Don't get me wrong. Yes, so let me tell you what's happening tomorrow. Not only have you got the lovely Mia and Sophie in the same studio, I'm hoping, Sophie, if our tricks work, doing Saturday at 8, or maybe probably a little later. Oh, we got Lorna coming. Hang on. 1 second, Lorna. She's in the green room. Let me move to assign you to guest 1 and press the button. And Lorna's there. I got it working.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? My mic's on. We can hear you. Hang on. Let me check. Right. I've got sound coming out. You should be there, Lorna. Is your volume on? Oh, you're taking your jacket off. I can say, hang on. It's all live, this. You can't hear me at all? Hang on. Yeah, mic's in. Mic's going in. Hang on. I'm going to try something really different. Let me just I don't know why I'm being quiet to do this, because obviously you at home can all still hear me. Everyone's saying hello, Lorna. Little speakers. And speakers and it could be typing. I feel like I'm in 9 to 5. Not speakers, and we will just use computer. Oh no, headphones. This is how I'm talking to people. I feel like I'm in. I'm a spy. Right, can you hear me now, Lorna? I think that might be a no. This is going well, isn't it? How can I type another message? Oh no, it'd be computer settings. Turn your go to browser and change settings for speaker to. This is riveting, ladies and gentlemen at home, isn't it? Let's speak. Oh, you messaged me. All right. Log out and log in again. But before logging in, check speaker settings. So I'll kick you off, Lorna, and then you ring back in. I should probably put it on the screen so it's rude. But look, everyone can see you. Hey, Lorna. Hi, Lorna. So everyone can see Lorna at home. So wave, Lorna. Oh, no, you can't because you can't hear me. So if you log out and log back in again, we'll get the settings correct. Right. There we go. So let me just go back to live. We'll go to the live angle we got there in the pool. Look, I'm really close now. It's quite scary. So hopefully we'll get Lorna back in a moment. Oh, how exciting. Our first special guest. Almost worked. So if you ever do want to get involved, there are some rules. Obviously no swearing. I do the swearing. And when we're doing it, Lorna's coming back in. Let's try this again. Right, this is take 2, assigned to guest 1, Lorna. Right, Lorna, can you hear me this time? Have you got the volume on?
I don't know if you can hear me.
I can hear you, yes, but you can't hear me.
I can't hear you.
Welcome to my world. Right, is that better with your headphones in?
No.
Okay, this may not work. I'm looking at the wrong cameras over there. This may not work, so we will try again, Lorna. Let me just message you to let you know. Oh, what? Look, you're watching my brain think, go around in seconds. Work out what's happening. Cool. Right, so let me end that. Right, so this obviously great idea didn't into fruition. I believe, Lorna, if you are still watching on your computer, hopefully you can hear me. Yes, Brendan's saying it. It's going to be a permission setting in your browser, or if you're not using Chrome or Edge, because Edge is Chrome based. Look at me leaning back, really relaxed on the beach. It will be the volume in the speakers, or you need to give permission to the speakers you're using. So, for example, on the headset, like Princess Leia or someone with a big thing, you will need to let Chrome know to use that. Agree to your camera, but not the other thing. So, Lorna, if you are still watching, so I did disconnect you, but I did text you to say Lorna said we tried. So yeah, I'm sorry, Lorna, because that would have been you'd have been the first special guest. You'd have entered Wake's World, although you have, to be fair, been in Wake's World for about 20 years. So if anyone else wants to do it, let me know, and otherwise I'll just put the back on the screen there, Brendan. But thank you, Brendan. I think it was a volume or a speaker's permission thing there. Let me move back over to the live screen over there. It's easier. There we go. Jan was asking. Lorna's found the problem. Oh, I'm dying to know what it is, because this is technology and we need to get this right, because Lorna's one of the people on the panel for Reading Pride's live panel discussion tomorrow about past, present and future Pride. As one of the founders, along with myself, Leslie, Lawrence, Selwyn, and I'm trying to remember other names back from those days, and I really can't. So Lorna, if you have found the problem, sort it and then just ring back in. You've got the key. Actually, Lorna, you're the first person tomorrow who now has a link ready for tomorrow. It's the same link for tomorrow. So we might as well have a practice while you're here, because I've just got Emmerdale to watch. I don't watch EastEnders anymore. I have to say that is my new rule. So Jan was asking who's watching I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. Let me try and bring that back up. I'm not, to be fair. Anybody else watching that? I've started watching it. The only time I ever watched it was when Stacey, whatever her name is, threw something at Dom. So long ago. And I thought that was the most hysterical thing I'd ever seen. I don't know why. It's not even funny now. But I quite like Stacey. I can't remember Stacey's surname. Stacey Solomon. I thought it was quite so. Now Lorna's joining. So hopefully, let me assign Lorna to guest 1. Title's on. My title's not on there. Move it into guest. Are you there? Can you hear me this time, Lorna?
Hello, I can hear you.
You can hear me. Oh, what was the issue, darling?
It's the sound setting in the bar. I had to change that to speak.
But you're the computer whiz. I am not. So I usually just ask Sophie. So we have got this. We're gonna go through this tomorrow. To be honest, everyone's probably going to have the same issues, because none of us really know technology as great as anyone. So how are you doing? How's your evening been?
I'm okay. Yes. Just watching a bit of Corey while listening to you in my headphones.
Did you watching Trans Day of Remembrance? I saw your
Yes,
contribution.
I watched all that.
Do you know what? I
Well
shouldn't say this, but I was wondering what you're going to do with the candle, because you brought it down, and I thought, should do like a pattern or something. It was I don't know why. I kept looking, going, what's she going to do? What's she do? But I have noticed in the video you had changed your hair since the last time I saw you.
Yes, natural.
Takes a gay man to recognise this. And where's the lovely Mandy this evening?
She's downstairs washing up.
Was she watching?
She's washing up.
She's washing up.
Yeah.
So
She's going to go mental.
Lorna, Mikey's just pointing out, the echo, Lorna. Hello, Mikey. It's because both of us haven't got headphones on. That's what the echo's for. It normally, we know from tomorrow, everyone has to wear headphones. But I was ad-libbing. I was like, yeah, let's have a guest. I can hear you perfectly. I don't know if I sound echoey to you. Do I?
A little bit, yeah.
It's because I'm a vibrato. I think that's a musical term. I'm not sure. We've got entertainment now. Doing a lot better than I have been for the last hour. So this is Wake's World, Lorna. So welcome into Wake's World. To be fair, you only people watching that has been in this house before. So more than several times. So anyway, so what's been the highlight of your personal week and in news week in current affairs? What's been your 2 highlights?
It's difficult because it's so boring. I'm stuck indoors 7 days a week.
Well, Mandy's washing up, but I believe that's probably not a new thing.
August. I've been going walks with my mum now.
Where have you been
is
going
nice.
for walks?
Just around Ford's Farm where I live.
Can you go? You're the person to ask because I'm very nosy. So if I went up to Junction 12 past your place, and you go into
Yeah.
they got all these fields and the World War II bunkery thing, or air raid shell. I don't know what you call it. It's like a brick thing. Do you know what I mean?
No, not yet.
Or maybe I should be concentrating on driving a bit more than looking out the window. But there's all these fields around the back of Ford's Farm and going down. You know, 'cause obviously you keep further and you go down to all the lakes and stuff. So can you go to those sort of areas from where you are on Ford's Farm?
No, it does actually stop. But there is a really nice park just down here with a walk. But unfortunately, it overlooked railway going past.
Railways are pretty. Amy will tell you she loves railways. Yeah.
But it is very close to the Burfield bridges on that end.
Okay. I think we've got a lot on our doorstep that we probably don't know about in Reading. Like that.
It's been nice actually walking around here because I found we found a posh place around the corner with gated houses.
Gated
Houses. They're all down the road.
Posh people.
Didn't know they were there.
Oh. And you just came across them by walking around. Yeah. I try not to walk around Kennet Island because I like my wallet.
Oh, it's obviously gone downhill since I left.
Oh, it has, yes. It's you know what it's like. You were here a long time. New people move on, and then the original people become the crims, and that's what it's like right now. And Amy's saying gated. Okay. You can laugh. I'm sitting going, what's she talking about? I've got no idea. Sophie's saying, name that tune. Why, were you humming? You must have been humming at some point. No, there's a game me and Lorna can't play because she knows she'd win because I'm deaf. I can only hear it because there's a speaker right by my jeans. That's how I'm doing it at the moment. Normally I'd have my ear-poddy things in for it. So that's how I listen to Sophie on this. That's how I can do it. So Mikey, don't panic for tomorrow. So you know I'm referring to this, Mikey. Don't panic. It's because we're not using headphones. So there's an echo. I could turn my speakers off, but then I wouldn't hear a thing. I'll be like... And since neither of us probably do BSL as well as we should be able to, it's not gonna well. So what are your plans for this weekend, Lorna? Apart from the panel discussion tomorrow.
That's pretty much all I've got, except for going into town.
You're still going into town?
Yeah, Mandy's having her eyes done.
Oh, could you just not drive up north like other people? You know. Isn't that what we do?
She's got to go and collect glasses from Reading.
Oh. Has she gone for really posh ones, or did you buy them? Well, describe the glasses she's gone for.
She's gone for Timberland ones.
Oh, she has gone posh.
So they've got like a go fast orange stripe.
Well, what? She's running around the athletics track. What was a go faster stripe for?
We're talking about Andy. No.
I don't know what a go faster stripe does in a car. You know. Well, mine's actually a key mark. It's not actually a go faster stripe, but it's Whitley. That's what happens. So you're going into town. You're doing it does sound like an essential journey. We have to get that out there. Put the disclaimer up straight away. Not like my wine visits I have to do daily. And then on Sunday, what happens on a Sunday in the Mercado household?
Washing, ironing, cleaning.
Oh, you have a set day for it. Wow.
Well, normally Saturday, but I think we'll be too busy.
Oh, Well, tomorrow is going to be a busy day for a lot of people. I have to do my washing tomorrow, to be fair. I don't know why. Working from home, because obviously I'm back at work now, I am doing more washing than I did when I was at work. I don't understand what's happening. So obviously if I go upstairs and go have a sock basket, here's a present from me. And I think, because I'm assuming Support You office is back open now. Is that locked down again? No. So that's locked down again for lockdown. But aren't you?
We won't be seeing any clients, not face to face. for a bit longer. We're waiting to see how the NHS counselling services start moving. If they start moving and start seeing people, we'll do the same.
Because support groups are the only things that can meet up in groups during lockdown.
Yes.
But obviously we've got to be safe and keep everyone safe. So, Lorna, I'm going to say tally-ho. Not tally-ho, that's not a word, is it? No, what's the opposite? Bye-bye. I've got wine, Lorna. Jan's been making me do bagel.
Tell me, the suit I was wearing for my video for TDOR,
Yeah.
the one behind me,
I thought it was.
is that okay to wear tomorrow?
Yeah.
Is it a good suit?
I'm not the dress police. I've just got to stand here and press buttons. Well, sit here and press buttons. So, believe it or not, when you'll do your solo piece on camera tomorrow, it won't be like the two screens. Oh, hello, Mark Shipton. Thank you for liking the stream. It will be you on your own, so you can be whatever you like on that screen. Because we want to hear your memories, your opinions. So. I just have to sit here, look pretty. Well, I should wear a mask or something. And
I'm doing my hair.
Sorry?
It's looking a bit floppy.
It has got long.
Where's it long?
Do a shampoo advert before you go for me. Go on. I believe that was flirting. Flirting, darling. I've got all funny. Well, Lorna, thank you so much for trying that out. We now know how to sort you out for tomorrow. Remember that. Don't get too drunk tonight and forget. Always a pleasure. And I will see you at R5. Oh, less than 20. Oh, sorry, my watch is now asking me questions. I will see you tomorrow. So, everyone at home, say goodbye. It's Lorna, everyone. Well, see you later, Lorna. Bye-bye. Oh, look, everyone. It was Lorna. We had our first... special guest, so thank you very much for that, Lorna. And Jan's saying, Lorna, if you're still listening, it was nice to hear you, Lorna. I thought she was pleased to hear me after all that. So, technically, so those who are ever joining, always wear headphones, make sure they're connected, and use Chrome or Edge for connecting. Sophie is saying, Lorna, your suit looked lovely. And Gloria saying, LMFAO. I believe that's a song. Is it? I'm not sure. LMFAO. Is that the song? I don't know. So, Goy, you're going to have to let me know, because you know what I'm like. My brain is still on fumes. So while you're letting me know, I'll have a swig of wine. Brendan is being all posh. Look at that. Tirala. Oh, Brendan, you could do Coronation Street. I should put that on the Wheel of Fortune last week. That's very northern. Tirala. I need like a voice synthesizer to change things. It's very good. So, we've had a special guest. We've talked about the news. We've talked briefly about Christmas. I don't think I'm looking at the wrong camera. I don't think there's much we haven't talked about this evening. But it is 7 minutes past 9. I'm sure a lot of you, I'd like to say you've got to get home, but let's face it, we're all trapped at home anyway. So I'm going to say cheers. Here's a roundup of what is coming on over the next week. We've got a busy week on Club F.O.D and F.O.D TV. I apologise for not changing the date on the graphic that's about to happen, but I had a lazy day. I was working. I was actually doing work today. So here we go. This is what's coming up. So on Monday, Gordy is going to be here with Quiz Night. That'll also be streaming directly through the Blargrave page, as well as all the usual FOD channels. So please join us at 7 o'clock on Monday. Wednesday, 7 o'clock, we are going to do the last coffee club for a little while. It's not proved as popular as we'd like, but it's proving popular other times, people popping in during the day. Please, we're keeping the room open, continue to do that. But from a 5%, we won't be manning it. We're going to enable it for you to use. That's followed at 8 o'clock by the Weekly Woof, where the Reading pups will be literally barking at each other and playing games. Very, very, very successfully and popular on Wednesday. I'll be back on Friday with Wakes Week. May be planned, may not be planned, who knows. And then next Saturday, we'll be back with Saturday Live. Make sure I'm pressing the right button. There we go. Don't forget, tomorrow at 6 o'clock, I'm waiting for Sophie to correct me if I got this wrong. I should know because I'm hosting it. Tomorrow at 6 o'clock, we are hosting, I should be presenting the panel discussion of Reading Pride involving Lorna McConnell, who you've just seen. It also involved Paul Britt, Lawrence O'Meara. I'm forgetting someone. And Leslie Hopper. I do apologise, Leslie. It's the wine, not my scatty brain. And we'll be looking back at Pride Past, Present and Future. And you know how Scrooge I am. It sounds perfect. So the ghosts of Pride Past, Present and Future we'll be discussing. Sophie has corrected me. It's 7 o'clock. So rewind. We can edit that bit out. We can't, it's live. So it will be Cake Race at 7 o'clock and it will be live. So anything can go wrong. So please join us for that. And then straight after that, there'll be a gap because we have to reset the server and all sorts for this to work. We'll be back with Saturday at 8 o'clock. Myself and Sophie. I should have got Sophie on the phone system to tell us what's going ahead tomorrow. We've got no idea. We're too busy planning the panel discussion tomorrow. Brendan, the wine, do you mean? You're thinking of DISEO, laughing at my... Oh, he swore. How can I bleep a comment? I can't bleep a comment. It means laughing. Oh, okay. I always wondered, I'm not 10, so I haven't got to worry about things like that. Wine's lovely. I was going to leave you with my contribution to Trans Day of Remembrance, but I think I will make sure it's uploaded to the Club F.O.D page, the F.O.D TV page, etc., etc. So if you see it once, you'll see it again later. I won't put it into the stream, but remember, you're never alone when you're at home. Continue watching FOD TV, listening to FOD radio when that starts as well. Get involved in the conversation, get involved in all the debates and discussions. Let's do this together. Remember, we are in lockdown, so please follow the rules. It's very important. We want to get out of lockdown. Spread the love, not the germs. And I will see you all very, very soon. I love you very much. Always a pleasure to have contact and engagement with you. So Mark's just telling me before I go, wow, YouTube bleeped out Brendan. I don't know what I did, but there we go. Jan saying thank you for tonight. Always a pleasure, Jan. Always good to see you. Don't forget, next Friday I'll actually have a script. Much easier than ad-libbing because I go off a tangent. But, clapping very loudly there. I just killed a fairy. I'll say good night. Remember, hands. I want to say hands, shoulders, knees and toes. It's not that, is it? So hands, face, space. There we go. Spread the love, not the germs. Bye-bye, Sophie. And everyone else saying goodbye. I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to go and hit the wine even more. And I'll say good night. God bless. Love you all. Bye-bye.